I know we have another speaker sitting and waiting for us in Arizona or Utah. I think it's Utah actually. It's not easy to know about this guy. He's a legend in the whole world of health and nutrition. And I know he's extremely busy these days, helping up the health, the whole entire health system in his area and US. He's advising. He's yeah. Already Toron has mentioned a lot what he's behind. He's behind a lot of our products, all the reformulas, and he's still consulting, advising forever. And I know that we are still in his heart in Forever Living Products. And again, like Toron, he's sharing without getting any kind of payment or any kind of advantage. He share because he knows that the power of love is the power of love, and this is also his principles, I know for sure. So thank you, Steve, and I want to make a big scream here because now I promise you after this training, you can see how important Steve Hedges had been for Toron's diamond qualification. And I'm sure that here you will get some inspiration, some more knowledge, so you also can go diamond and feel more confident. So let's make some noise here and let's welcome to Steve Hedges. Welcome on stage. 2,000 people are waiting out there and even more. So welcome to you, Steve. Such an honor to invite you to speak here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you fine. Thank you.
Oh, perfect. You know, I don't even know how to begin. I'm so happy this Easter morning to be here with you. It's what a privilege to start a Sunday with the Forever family. And to hear Karina and Torin and their incredible work that they've done and the lives that they've changed. And Torin, I just want to tell you congratulations. Wow. Incredible diamonds. You know what, Kim? We're not surprised, right? Because Torin is she's just amazing. She is inspiring. You know, talking to Bubby backstage, if you will, via link, and she said, "How you doing on time?" I said, "I don't care. Just let Torin talk because she's fantastic. She's on fire, and I love to hear what she's saying. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. A little bit of echo, maybe."
There's some issues they're writing. Maybe there's some other units on. Let me see. I love the 40-year book and the Aloe Gel and Aki and all the nice products behind Steve here, and some basketballs. So it's a yes. Okay, thank you, Steve. Sorry.
Let's see. Is that better for everyone?
Much better. Thank you.
Oh, good. All right, wonderful. Well, yeah, you can see what I have behind me. In fact, you just reminded me, Kim. You know, it's first thing in the morning here in the States, and you know, I was going to grab my nice little global rally from Hawaii, the first global rally cup here, and add in my I've got my aloe here. This is my most important minute of the day. Is I have to put in this, and then don't forget, this is how we start each morning. You gotta have your RG. This is important. You put it in here. Love it. Little stirring. This is how we start each day, right? If you want to have a big change in your life, you have to be a product of the product. You know, Greg talked about it yesterday. You talked about it in your whole life. It's you have to be there. So now don't forget probiotic, right? Get that there. Then we have Forever Daily here. You guys can see that. Put that in. And certainly last but not least, Arctic Sea. Love it. And this is my morning ritual. So thanks for sharing with me this morning, Kim. salute to you and to the wonderful people there at Forever. Wonderful. I just wanted to say, it's hard to talk. It's hard to talk after hearing yesterday from Greg and from Gary. Gosh, I'm just so pumped. I'm just absolutely pumped. I'm going to share my screen here if I can. Let's see if it'll let me. And I want to share some things that I think you'll really appreciate. Let's see here. So, a couple of things that I think, Kim, that I really want to share with everyone. And I just want to say thanks again, my friend. I love you. You're like a brother to me, and we're all around the world. We're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to help people have better, healthier, happier lives, and to do more and be more. And that's what we're all about at Forever. And that's what I try to be about if I can. And it's a very difficult time right now around the world. People are going through a lot of things, and it's really unfortunate. But fortunately for Forever, they have what the world needs. They really do. They have a special opportunity that can be so impactful in people's lives. And I just want to give credit to a great man. Greg Mon is such an amazing individual. I had the privilege of working with Greg for many years, and what you see is what you get. And he is 100% committed to the FPO and to the success of Forever and his success of every single one of you. People ask me before, what's he like in meetings and so forth, and all I can tell you is fantastic. His number one goal, if I could say, in every single meeting is, how can we help them build their businesses? How can we help them have happier, healthier lives? What can we do to do this? And you heard it yesterday. It was so inspiring. When I was watching Greg, and he said, don't give up. And I was like, man, I'm never giving up after I heard Greg's speech. It was fantastic. And to hear all the comments from Gary about the facilities and the operations. I would also like to do a salute to everyone that's out there at Forever Direct, ABA, SN, all the wonderful, amazing people in the distribution centers all over the world. I just want to salute you. You have incredible courage. Difficult times requires courage and resilience, and Forever Living shows that in spades every single day. These people are on the front lines working on giving the products to all of us so we can have the products on a daily basis like I just had. So just a big salute and shout out to all of you out there working so hard to get the products to all of us from the FBO standpoint. One thing I really wanted to talk about today was gratitude. I'm grateful I can be here. Rex has shown me such a wonderful experience on gratitude and how to do things correctly. Truly grateful for so many things. Rex, Forever Living, for the opportunity to be a part of this company. To be with you today, what a privilege it is. And I think, in my opinion, whenever challenges come up, I think that the greatest antidote for any of the challenges of fear and the issues that are coming around is gratitude, because we've been blessed with so much. And I think we should never forget that. I love this picture. This is a great picture because it reminds me of where Rex and Greg's heart really is. It's in helping others. Sure, they've made a massive company that's in countries all over the world, and they've made millionaires, and they've been very successful financially. But at their heart, they want to help. And as Zig Ziglar used to say, help enough other people get what they want out of life, and you get what you want out of life. And I think Rex has helped millions and millions and millions of people get what they want out of life. So love this picture of him. I'm really grateful for friends. I understand Martina did a fantastic Zoominar a week ago maybe, or something like that. And I really don't know that I can contribute much more on the knowledge of health and wellness. She covers so much, and so I'm going to touch on it a little bit, but boy, she's coming back again as I understand it, and she'll make sure you're tuned up on all of the wellness, nutrition, and what you need to know. It's really, really important in your life. And love Martina. She's fantastic. What a great person who's the example of forever and somebody who's committed to helping people live their happiest and healthiest lives. And Kim, of course, you know, you're one of my greatest friends, and you introduced me to Help Africa, and you taught me how to smile more often, and which I very much appreciate that. This is one of my favorite things about Forever is the smile, because you know if you're smiling, things are happening in a way, and you have a way to improve people's lives. Well, I want to tell you about 2 smiles that Kim introduced me to. As most of you know, Help Africa, fantastic organization, and it's a wonderful organization that's helping individuals, children primarily in Africa, who do not have the means, who've been orphaned or unfortunately have lost their parents. And so through Kim, I was able to sponsor these 2 beautiful, beautiful young ladies. This is Ruth and this is Florence, and look at those smiles, huh? You can't get enough of that. So wonderful to be a part of something where you're giving back to the community and to the world at large. These 2 wonderful, I've adopted them as my daughters in Africa. They're going through school, they're getting the proper nutrition, they're getting the proper schooling, they're getting the proper love and care, and I'm so grateful to Help Africa. And Kim, thank you so much for everything you've done to help facilitate that. It's just so meaningful. Well, let's get right to it. There's a reason I'm here today, and the reason is to make sure that I either remind those that may have forgotten and to tell those who may not know that there are a lot of products and a lot of companies out in the world today. And but there's only one Forever, and there's only one Forever certified product line. And the standard by which Forever lives is a much higher standard than you see in the world. They have an incredible standard. You know, you have what I call general companies in the world, and they're just trying to figure out ways to make money. Then you have some government standards that say, hey, at least hold up to this standard. And then you have a Forever standard, which is the highest of all standards that you can have. And we're going to go through a little bit of this and why. And I really want you to pay attention, because what I'm going to give you today, you will not typically get in a lot of venues, and you want to be able to see. And when somebody comes to you and talks to you about why Forever, you know, why do I want to be a part of this company? What's so special about Forever? There's a lot of opportunities out there, and I hope this will help you with making that decision. But it all starts with this: we do not make claims. That is number one. That is the fastest way to lose a great business is to make claims. So we do not treat, we do not mitigate, we do not cure. This is not what we're doing. We do be a product of the product. As Greg said, we love the product. As you can see, I love the product every single day. Love the product. My wife, my family, we love the product. And I love to share the product. Those 2 things you can do, but don't make claims. There is a unique fingerprint. And what I mean by that is there's the products that Forever makes are unique to Forever for so many reasons. We'll get into some of the details. Gary Shreve yesterday talked about 1.5 million tests done annually. These are tests to make sure that they understand the safety, the purity, the efficacy, the potency, all the sensory characteristics, and the identity. When raw material comes in, we have to know that it is exactly the aloe that's coming from our farms. We have to know that's exactly the fish oil that we procured. We have a specific fingerprint that we've actually gone through analytical testing and identity testing to make sure that we have the exact ingredient every single time, so the product doesn't change for you. There's a lot of ingredients out there. There's a lot of vitamin C. There's a lot of different types of fish oil. There's a lot of different aloe vera that are out there. We have to make sure that every single product meets or exceeds the Forever standards, which is hard to exceed, but at least meets their standards, which is the highest standards possible. to make sure that all the probiotics are inside the capsule, to make sure that all the vitamins, all the minerals are inside the tablet. We have to do these types of tests, these tests on the raw materials they come in. There's already a test that the raw material provider gave to us. So we appreciate that, but we're going to stand by it, and then we're going to check it. And then we check the raw material, and then we mix it up in the ingredients, and then we check it again. And then we put it inside of a bottle, and then we check it again. And we do this because these types of checks guarantee that a company can go for 40 years, that a company can go for 40 more years, that they won't have to worry about regulatory agencies coming in and asking why the product doesn't meet their claims. I don't know if you noticed that there was several companies in the United States, several companies, that when they had done the testing on the product, they found that they weren't there. The potencies weren't there. They also started doing these on international companies, and the product didn't have the purity. They didn't have the safety. They didn't have the potency. They didn't have the efficacy that they said they had on the label. And these companies were all closed down. In fact, they were shut down. Several of them lost millions of dollars to the point where they couldn't ever continue to go. And why? Because they took a shortcut, something Rex never does. Took a shortcut and said, well, we don't need to test it. We don't need to verify it. We don't need to look through it. We'll just run it as is. We'll take the C of A from the vendor and we'll just move forward. In many cases, these products aren't even manufactured at the same location or by the same organization. And so it's really quite a different landscape out there. Unfortunately, just like in every industry, there's good guys and bad guys. And there's guys that maybe are a little bit lazy, but then there's forever. They're the gold standard. Give you an example. For instance, this is a fingerprint, if you will, on an STIR to give you vitamin B1 and B6. Now, vitamin B are very similar, but in an STIR, you're actually using the fingerprint analysis to find out what the wavelength is. You can see with vitamin B1, the wavelength is coming in at 1600 nanometers, and then you go all the way down to B6. You won't see that until close to 1200 nanometers. And you have to overlay. So every single time we get a product, we actually do this analysis to make sure it's exactly the right wavelength, to make sure that that fingerprint is correct. It's like a digital fingerprint. It's like getting onto your iPhone or into your different things requiring finger identity and so forth. You know, it's blocked unless it meets this criteria. It has to meet this specific spectra. If it doesn't, it's rejected and it's sent back to the vendor and likely going to others who proclaim to have good quality, but we won't speak to that. But today, what we will speak to is the fact that we do 1.5 million tests, and that's the big difference. Well, you can see how I start my day every single morning, and the one single difference that I think separates Forever from everyone else is Aloe Vera Gel. And it is such an important piece. Forever, and Rex's wisdom and with the Scientific Advisory Board and over the years, recognizes that you start from the beginning. And you've got to start from the gut. It is so important that gut health remains healthy because everything starts in the gut. Immunity starts in the gut. Your ability to digest foods properly starts in the gut. Your mood levels start in the gut. All these things are right there in the gut. And if it's not operating properly, if it's bogged down, there's lots of problems. So what's interesting is, if you look at this, aloe vera, and you've seen these facts, we've seen it quite a few times, but just to give you some perspective, on 7,500 acres, we grow 50 million plants and 65 million pounds of aloe vera each year. And this aloe vera has been used since 2200 BC. And it's all hand filleted. There's different types of aloe. And the aloe that we use is the ones that have been used in the studies and the research and the experience that show the benefits of the aloe. It's like I said, it's hand harvested and carefully nurtured. I've been to these fields, as most of you know. I've been to these fields many, many times. And I love going to the fields and seeing. And they do an entire process. I can't go into the details because it's proprietary to Forever, but they cut the aloe plant in a certain way when they extract the leaf. And then they do certain cuts to the leaf to make sure that they extract any of the ingredients that they don't want in there. and as they lay these fillets out, we do this entire process by hand. Everything they do, every step they take is meticulous and detailed to make sure that they have the best, freshest aloe available as they go to process it. So it's really a remarkable facility. In fact, I talked a little bit about the healthy bacteria ratio. I said this a million times. Dr. Walsh talks about it, prescription and nutritional healing. He says 85% of your gut should be good, healthy bacteria, and 15% other. And unfortunately, we're like 15% good bacteria and 85% other in many cases, because the refined foods, the stress, and all the fast lifestyles that we have and so forth. It causes our bodies to unfortunately create, if you will, bad habits, and as a result, bad GI system. And so as a result, you start to feel sluggish. You don't function as effectively mentally. You don't function as well physically. You're more prone to get sick. You're more prone to have challenges and issues. And a lot of that's directly related to the gut. We have to get nutrients to the cells, but if the gut is not digesting the foods we're eating, which is Martina's talked about and as all of us have talked about, that is number one. And number two, the supplements that we're taking. If we're not getting our gut ready to consume the products and to digest them properly and absorb those nutrients into our vital organs, then we're missing the majority of the battle. And this is the secret that everybody misses. And really, it's not a secret, because Greg's always talked about there's no secrets in forever. This is the missing link that most other companies just completely miss. They give you a whole bunch of supplements or a whole bunch of products that here, there, everywhere, and so forth. But they miss the fact that it has to start with a holistic thought process. It doesn't matter if you give them the best supplement in the world if your gut isn't ready to receive it. That is the key. So that's why everything starts first and foremost with aloe. Aloe, the whole focus of what aloe can do is to prepare your digestive system, to support your digestive system, to assist the digestive system, and making sure that it's optimized to its best ability. It has in aloe, it has these aloe oligosaccharides, these little fructans that are in there, and they feed the good, friendly bacteria inside of your gut. And so that creates a better environment so that you can get better digestion and so forth. So you want a healthy bacteria ratio, and you want to get that on a consistent basis so your GI system is healthy, so you can continue to work and do the things that you want to do on a daily basis. Now, we talked about the benefits. You know about these benefits, but I haven't seen any other product in the marketplace that's 99.7% pure intermediate aloe vera gel. Rich in vitamin C. It supports healthy digestion, healthy immune system, as I said before, supports nutrient absorption. And it is just one of those unique products that is really, in my opinion, at the core of the success of Forever. When people see that they're having success at this, whether it's the skincare product with the aloe included, whether it's the whatever, the goop gel, any of the types of products you're using, the supplements, the AOS that you find in the daily, it's the key to all of this is having a base of aloe. Somebody said you could take one product. You could take one product, Steve, that's all you could take, then it would be aloe. No question whatsoever. Now, one of the other things that the aloe has is this certification. It's interesting because there's other groups who have tried to get the certification. Some have succeeded, some haven't. But it's interesting to note that Rex received this certification before any other group in the entire world. This is the International Aloe Science Council certification, and it shows the level of quality that the aloe vera gel has. And of course, it's certified, it's halal, kosher, also MSF certified, which is the GMP equivalent in the United States to make sure that everything is made properly and to GMP standard, good manufacturing practices standards. The certification list goes on and on and on for Forever Aloe Vera Gel. It is truly the single greatest aloe vera product on the face of the planet. There is nothing better, nothing better. Now, let's talk a little bit about sustainability. Gary talked yesterday about all these acres of aloe plants and how do they put those to, how they get water to all these different plants and so forth, and they put this new drip system in place, which reduces the overall amount of water that's required. And we have these goats, these natural goats. It doesn't take any electricity. It's just wonderful goats that are out there chewing away at the weeds, and that's wonderful. They don't chew up the aloe, they just chew up the weeds, which is wonderful. They also, transportation, little things like going to bags instead of bottles reduces the total amount of gasoline required, and you can get more product on more pallets and a more consistent basis. The type of recyclable packaging and so forth, like you look at the Tetra Pak and the aseptic packaging, you know, not only does it provide freshness and improved flavor and control and maximizing those nutrients, and it provides the allison. You don't have to have any of the preservatives that are there before. But it's also, it's 100% recyclable material. It's fantastic. You know, it's so difficult to be able to find products in the marketplace that are 100% recyclable. In my experience working with Forever, the executives are so committed to having what they call the Forever Earth, which is that they focus on reducing the carbon footprint around the world to make sure that everywhere they can, in packaging and raw materials, in transportation, their global footprint keeps getting smaller, even though the bandwidth of distributors and the Forever business owners all over the world, I should say, are growing. The carbon footprint that Forever has keeps getting smaller and smaller, and it's because of this attention to sustainability, this attention to making sure that we're good stewards of the earth. And Forever is just a fantastic organization that's committed, so committed to making sure they're sustainable. Now, one of the things that Gary talked about yesterday that's really important, and a lot of you would say, well, you assume this is the case. Well, this is not the case. Most companies can't afford or decide not to afford to actually do plant to product to you. They don't want to do vertical integration. They don't like to do vertical integration because it's complicated. It's very difficult. It costs a lot of money. Forever is much different. Forever has the field. They have the manufacturing. They have the distribution. And then it comes directly to the FBOs. Now, a lot of you would say, well, Steve, we've known this. And what I want to make sure that you know is that there's a big difference between a company that has a big supply chain of vendors that may or may not be desirous of the outcomes that we want as a business. But in this time and age, when there is such a challenge of getting products, right now they say that there's so much disruption in the supply chain globally that every single day people are looking at suppliers to try to see whether they're going to stay open or whether they're not. If they have a relationship with that supplier, where do you sit on the list of suppliers? Where do you, what's your relationship with those suppliers? Are you the number 1? Are you the number 10? Are you the number 15? And if you're number 15, do you even get any product? These are the questions that are going on right now in this highly disruptive period in the world right now. Supply chains are struggling to maintain supply. What's interesting is Rex's foresight to be able to vision, to be able to say, no. We're going to control that from start to finish, from plant to product to you. He doesn't have to call somebody to try to ask them to support them with product. He doesn't have to ask them if they'll push his product up. He doesn't have to ask them if they have any more or anything left, because he supplies the product. He is the creator of the aloe. He is the manufacturer of the aloe. He controls it from start to finish. And that is so powerful. So that's why you have product today. That's why you have all the products in your homes and distribution centers and so forth, because quite honestly, they've come to the table and done this plant to product to you vertical integration that is so powerful. So I hope you recognize that although many people are struggling, many companies are struggling, their supply chains are disrupted, Forever Living has the whole thing from plant to product to you. And super excited that Forever has that privilege. So when you signed up with Forever, many of you are into this, but I hope you know what a privilege and what a unique position that puts you in. so that you can continue to bring your family members, your friends, and you can have the confidence to know that yes, you will have products. The other thing that you should know is that it's proprietary. These products are unique and custom formulated for forever. You won't find them anywhere else. You can't find them anywhere else. You can't. No matter what people try to do to duplicate the forever living product, they simply can't do it. The source and ratio of ingredients, the balance of nutrients, the type of forever proprietary blends that we have, they just can't do it. There's no other product in the world that has AOS complex. No other product in the world has AOS complex. Nobody else has the FDX20 fruit and vegetable blend. Nobody else has it, okay? These are proprietary formulas. The ratio, EPA, DHA, and the sourcing, and the ratio, and the types of processing that Forever does to be able to create Arctic Sea is unique and proprietary to Forever. These are proprietary. The products you're consuming on a daily basis are proprietary, and people can't get them anywhere else. Let's talk about the science. What an amazing scientific advisory board. What an amazing group of scientists who are committed to making sure that we have the best products in the entire world that do all of this research so you don't have to. It's just amazing. You look at Dr. Peter Pressman and Dr. Wallace Hayden. These guys are experts on biochemistry and nutrition and toxicology. They're medical doctors who know what these products do, how they impact your body and the benefits. So it gives you that calming feeling that you know when you're sharing these products with other people, that it has been reviewed by these wonderful scientists and doctors, and that our scientific advisory board can make sure that these products are safe and effective. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say there's not as much of that everywhere in the world. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who do not do their own research, and they just kind of lean on to whatever study they find in the industry, or maybe no study at all, just some ingredient or salesman of an ingredient that they actually bring into their company. And so it is a rare but very important thing that this scientific advisory board is in place and continues to provide us direction and guidance on our wonderful products. They can tell you about the research. They can pour over all the literature and all the details on aloe and why it works and what makes it good and what's beneficial and what combinations make it work and why we want to use things like, for instance, you look at absorbent C. Okay, absorbent C. A lot of people would say, yeah, absorbent C is a nice product. It gives us vitamin C, right? But to get proper absorption of vitamin C, you want bioflavonoids. A lot of people miss that. Not our scientists. They know that if you want good absorption of vitamin C, you want to have bioflavonoids. They also include the oat bran in there. It's just the formulas that we've put together at Forever and that Rex and the team have done for so many years are very unique, and they're grounded in science and great research, and they verify all of the individual tests, analysis that was done on the leaves and what happens when you get certain percentages of water, how much fructose and sucrose increases, or legal fructans increase, or the polyfructans, and different amounts of water actually generate different outcomes of actives. So if you've got a big farm and you're just watering without doing sort of a drip system or any sort of a specific amount of water, you're just throwing water out there, you're not controlling the active ingredients that are in there. Whereas Forever continues to look at the science, say what's the best water, what's the best plant life, what's the best, they need sometimes a little stress. Sometimes we add a little bit of stress to some of these plants. It improves certain levels and compounds. This is what the science team does on a consistent basis. So while you're in someone's home talking to them about the benefits of these products, the scientists and the doctors are making sure that every single T is crossed, every single I is dotted. Now, one thing I think is really important is to have a company that has vision. And Rex is one of the most amazing men in the entire world. All the scientists in the world are now saying how wonderful aloe vera is. They're talking about the benefits of DHA and EPA and all the benefits of vitamins and minerals and probiotics and certain skin products that help, and peptides and so forth. And they're all saying these wonderful. Back when Rex started this over 40 years ago, he was not getting a whole lot of support from the medical community. In fact, a lot of pushback, quite honestly. But Rex knew what he was doing. He had a great vision, and he wanted to make sure that he could get these products into people's homes to change their lives. He wanted them to have more energy, to have them to live the maximum life they could possibly live. That was his vision. And what happened is the reality is the proof in the pudding. Look at the success of Forever. You can't question it. Why does this product continue to be this aloe product that he created 40 years ago, that he's been working on 40 years ago, and is one of the best-selling products over the entire world? And it's because it works, number one. Number two, it benefits people, and everybody sees it different. And it's changing people's lives. And that's what owning your business is less about making a living and more about making a life. It's about choosing your path and living the way that you deserve. That's the type of vision that Rex has. What's fun is to see Greg, and yesterday when I was listening to his comments, I just thought, man, amazing. You know, can lightning strike twice? It can in the mountain, because Greg is exactly the same. He has incredible vision to take us to the next 40 years. Now let's see what the rest of the world's doing right now. Is there a real opportunity? Is there really an opportunity out there? You know, because everybody talks about, where is this going? Well, AI experts say automation could replace 40% of jobs in 15 years. 40%. I've seen some unbelievable numbers. Let me see if I can pull these up. Just incredible. But you know, I've heard anywhere from the next 5 to 15 years, anywhere from 40 million to 300 million jobs lost to automation. Believe that. I mean, think about that for a second. All these jobs lost. Where are these people going to go? Where are these individuals? They're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for something to replace that income. I heard a number. I'm not sure exactly the exact accuracy and so forth, but I've heard that the average of, I don't know, 50, 60, I think it's 60% of the world lives on $10 a day. $10 a day. Okay? $10 a day, $310 a month. Do you think Forever has an opportunity to share? Do you think that aloe vera gel could mean something in terms of health? Yes. And also helping somebody build their life? If there's 40% of jobs that are going to be dismissed, 40% of jobs, where are they going to go? I hope you know Forever is a place they're going to be looking. Because unlike the Tesla factory, which you can see here, which is fully automated, you don't see a human being in sight. And think about this just for a second. Just stick with me on this. Just think about it for a second. Can you imagine a boss that owns the company, that goes out and does press releases on the fact that it is eliminating jobs by the day and hopes to be completely automated through the entire, so effectively, you as an employee or you as an individual that's part of the Tesla organization are being worked out of the job because we're going to automate this whole thing. What kind of feeling does that give you? What kind of confidence does that give you? Yeah, it might make some money for Tesla. That's wonderful, and for Elon Musk, but for heaven's sakes, that you're working for a person or you're working with a person who's hoping to get you out. Now, let's look at Uber. Everybody wants to talk about Uber being a wonderful business opportunity platform and how you can just plug into Uber. Well, let me explain to you what Uber's trying to do when they put this out in the marketplace. This is Uber's advanced self-driving sensor suite that has a self-driving car. So as you rush over to Uber and you try to do your application and you're trying to get all set up and everything's going to be amazing and you're so excited about it, well, just so you know, the owners of Uber are hoping to replace your income. Is that a great business opportunity platform? I don't think so. It's also limited because how much money can they really make? They can only drive for so long and so forth, whereas with Forever, you can continue to expand and expand and expand and expand. And it's such a powerful, powerful model. Well, let's see how the Forever Living company is using technology. Instead of taking opportunity away from the people, they are getting it back to the people. They're empowering you. The Forever business owners have SOP 360 and they have access to tools and technology that gives them real-time information on all of their Forever business opportunities, all of them. You can know right away who's winning, who's taking the product, what's happening inside of your business, how many case spreads, what is going on. That's there to help you. That's there to make sure that you can win, that your business can grow. You have some owners who are looking to get the people, their ecosystem out of a job. Brett and Greg and the Forever team, they are creating technology to help you expand your business, to grow your business to the biggest levels you could possibly achieve, to go to GLT, go to the top, however you want to go. They are all about helping you win, not trying to figure out a way to not do business with you. Do you see the difference? Do you see the power of Forever? Do you see what's happening inside of Forever? The vision is powerful. You can see all the things that they're doing. If you go onto the website, all the information is there for you. You can educate yourself, learn about the products. You can know what's happening. You literally, in a half an hour, can have if you just take the time to review what the Forever team has put together on their website and understand what the amazing products can do for you and why they work so well and how we create them. Be inspired by GLTs like Kim Madsen, who doesn't have to work anymore. Most of the GLTs don't have to work anymore. In fact, I don't think any of them have to work anymore. But they do because they love it, because it's not work to them. They have gotten to that place in life, in Maslow's hierarchy, where they are at the pinnacle where they're saying, it's not about how much I can get. It's how many people I can help. Torrin said it so well. It's so simple, and Greg said it yesterday. The model, you gotta understand, the model is very, very simple. Very simple, right? It is number one, join. Number two, learn and be a product of the product. Okay? You have so many tools. Just learn about it and then share. Number three, share. Help other people. And then once you have that experience, you generate the income, you generate the health and well-being that you want to get to. You set those goals. I've always said since day one, in 2010 when I started working directly with Forever, way back when, and I started originally, my first project was with Forever and Rexmont in 1998. So I've had a lot of fun being with the Forever family for over 22 years. You know, I said since day one in my first seminar that I ever did is I said, look, everybody is looking for what to do. They don't know, they have problems, they need answers. And that's what Forever does. You sit down with somebody for 2 seconds. This is just general, you and me talking, okay? And I say to you, Kim, there's 3 things that I want you to tell me. What are the 3 challenges that you have right now in your life? What would you like more of? Well, Steve, I'm struggling. I'm working too much, and I'd really like to get my children into a certain school, but I can't afford it right now, and that's a big issue for me. And quite honestly, I'm so tired. I don't even know. I quite honestly, I just don't even. I don't have the energy when I come home from work. I can't even pick up the kids or talk to the family. I just kind of slump into my chair and watch TV and go to bed and do it all over again tomorrow. So I'd have to say, if I could make a little bit more money and if I could have a little bit more health, and I just, you know, what's interesting is when I do eat, oh man, it struggles. My body struggles, and I don't feel well. I don't feel good. I don't feel like I have the energy, and I certainly don't feel well as I eat and go about my daily activities. So I'm miserable. You know, do you know something that can help me? And it just starts, just that simple 3 things. And then say, well, what if I could share with you an opportunity that could help you improve your health, improve your lifestyle, and be able to pick up those kids, be able to smile, outrun them, to outlast them, to be able to, you know, hug your friends and your loved ones, to have vitality that you've always wanted, to be able to build a business and help other people build their business, all the while making a little bit of money, then making a little bit more money, making a lot more money. It's not going to be simple. It's not simple. The model's simple, but the day-to-day is fairly hard. It really is. But before you know it, after you've had a couple of challenges and failures and you start to get a couple of successes under your belt, you're going to start to feel it. And it's going to be different. You're going to feel different. And people are going to notice it about you. And it's going to change your life. Let's get you started today. That type of discussion is powerful, and you can help change. You have the power forever to change people's lives. I said this is day one. You can change people's lives more so than almost any other thing on this world. You can do it. You have the tool. You have the support. You have the model. It's all there for you. It's just whether you're going to take the action and make it happen. It's a mindset issue. Personal care, skin care, nutrition, read up, learn about it, be smart, share it, help others. It's simple. Because when you help others, I love this picture of Greg and the right cheering everybody on. Let's go! Let's go! I love that picture. Look at Kim, look at Rolf. Look at these guys. I bet a bunch of you are going to get these checks coming up on Tuesday, huh? April 14th. Are you ready to get a check out there? Man, what an amazing man Rex is. Continues to share that chairman's bonus. Love that man. He is so good. He's so happy. You never see Greg and Rex smile bigger than when they see people getting their chairman's bonus. Just look at the stage, you know, when they're in Australia next year, or as they're broadcasting. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but you're going to see smiles. You're going to see those smiles, and just those smiles come. And when they come, they make Greg just light up. They make Rex light up. They make Aiden light up. Gary, everybody, Navaz, RJ, Darren, the whole team, everybody. So let's just talk about it for a second. What did we learn today? Well, a couple things. Number one, there's a forever standard. That's a standard unlike any other business. There's Aloe Vera Gel that has been certified, sustainable, vertically integrated farms to you, proprietary formula, 40 years of experience and vision of doing it right, scientific validation and an advisory board that is unlike any other, and a vision that's going to take us the next 40, 60, 100 years. Truly, there is a difference. The day you signed up with Forever was one of the best days of your life, because you now have access to all of this. All of this is yours. You have it now. It's all in your hands. And I want to show you a real long list. It's just, well, just, you'll see. When people try to ask me, say, well, compare Forever to other companies. When somebody comes to you and says, well, explain to me, you know, comparing things with like, what's Forever like compared to this company, or Forever compared to this company, and so forth. And then I always tell them, I say, well, this is the comparison I have. Right here. There is no comparison. There is no company like Forever. This is Forever. This is what you get. This is what we're a part of. And we get to be a privileged participant as Forever business owners and as consumers of the product to really live in a whole different place. There is no comparison. Don't compare yourself. Don't waste your time with comparison, because there is no comparison. Look, coming up Tuesday, can't wait, April 14th, 2020, a lot of good stuff happening. Live, the digital global rally, can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. Can't wait for all of you to get all your bonus checks and recognition. Can't wait to hear Greg Mon's keynote speech. Excited about the new products. Those are going to be so fun for you guys. Really, really excited about everything that's happening. All the surprises. Nick, again, what an amazing individual he is, coming up with just, you know, how does somebody who's magnificent putting together these massive global rallies, and then suddenly he's having to do it all online and come up with it like that. But then again, it's Nick, right? That's who Nick is. That's who he is. That's how he operates. And you won't be. It's going to be amazing. You won't be let down. It's going to be fantastic. So make sure you make it to that new product launch. Make sure you hear Greg Mon's keynote speech. Make sure that you're there for the chairman's bonus. Make sure you're there for the whole thing. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be amazing. What I leave with you today, last thing is be intentional. People in life who are intentional, who do what Torin says, you're going to have problems. In fact, that's going to inform you. That's going to help you. As other people have problems, you're going to say, yeah, I did that. I had that same problem. Here's how we got over it. Problems are part of the process. That's how you work in Forever. In fact, every time you have somebody who lets you down, or somebody that doesn't call you back, or somebody that was going strong and then left, it gives you that opportunity to build again and share again. Habits, as Greg talked about yesterday, change into character. What you do every single day, your habits dictate what happens, and that drives your character, and there is no shortcut to success. Rex Mon is the model of integrity. Forever Living lives by this. There are no shortcuts to success. They don't take them. Other companies might, not at Forever. Never at Forever. And character is doing what's right when nobody's looking. It truly is. When nobody was looking, Rex was building the business. Now everybody's looking, he's still building the business. But character's doing what is right when nobody's looking. Lastly, be kind. This world's going through a lot of challenging times. People are going through difficult periods. They're being stressed, and they may not be as fortunate as you and have the Forever business opportunity. Just be kind, share, help them, help your family. Know that people are going through a difficult time, and also be kind to yourself. You know, you may be going through a difficult time right now. You may be going through some challenging times. Okay, it's gonna be all right. As Greg talked about yesterday, you know, Rex on Christmas Day got the worst Christmas present in the whole world. All of his aloe plants died. But he didn't stop. He didn't let that get him behind. I don't know of a kinder man in my entire life than Rex Mon. He wins because he's kind. That's what he always says. If you look for the positive, you'll find it. I'll tell you that. As soon as Rex saw those dead aloe plants, he started going south till he found a plantation that could give him the aloe he needed to sustain the people that believe in him. And he didn't stop, and he kept going, and now he owns the largest aloe field in the world. Always fighting the positive. Simply put, the power of Forever, the power of love. Kim, you said it a million times. I hope everyone hears that. I hope everybody knows that. The reason I'm here today is because of that. I love all of you. I love all of you. And I don't even know all of you, but it doesn't matter, because I love humankind, and I love what Forever is doing for people all over the world. You're changing lives. You have the power to change lives. Choose to be the difference. Have the mindset to be the difference. Do what Karina has talked about. Do what Torin has talked about. Follow the example of great leaders like Kim Madsen. That man cares about people. Follow the example of Greg Mon. Follow the example of Rex Mon. Help others get what they want out of life. And I promise you, you'll get what you want out of life. Love you. Take care. Thank you.
Wow, I can only say wow. Thank you, Steve. This is, I don't know what to say. You know, if I didn't have ears, I would be smiling all the way around, and I have goosebumps, you know, because what is so powerful here is that you're not paid for this. You're third, you know, you're not employed by Forever. You are well-respected scientist and an expert in your field, and so to be so kind to us and to share all this knowledge, it's really really amazing. It shows me also what an amazing person you are, because you don't have to do this. You don't need to, you know, you have your business, and you're doing fine, and like this, but sharing is caring, and this is, you actually in person remind me a lot about Rex, Steve, just to be honest. You are a great, great friend and a great guy. Just for you to know that Steve and his wife Kim is supporting 2 innocent poor kids in Uganda through Help Africa. It just tells me who you are, and the love and the care and everything you do to help actually the whole world getting in better health. You have my deepest respect. And this training, this speech, is probably one of the most powerful I have heard from you ever. And because it's so, what can you say? I have even was difficult to find words. It's so genuine and with such so authentic, and it's just confirming that if we have ever felt ourselves on the right place in the right moment, it must be now. The timing right now is super good, and Steve, you just nailed it, because people really, really needs our products right now, but also they really, really needs this business opportunity. And the foresight, as you say, about Rex, how he could see this trouble the world can get in before anyone else can see it. He's prepared 100%. And you know, you become a winner if you surround yourself with the best people, and Steve, you are definitely one of them. So thank you so much to Steve Hatchett. I have opened up the chat now because it got a little disturbing. I was so concentrated to listen to Steve that I could not focus on the chat. Sorry for that, but I had to shut it down. It's open now, so I think we should make some noise, and we should say, thank you, Steve, and we should use my audience here because, as Steve probably know, he can't hear our all the people out here, but what he can hear is this noise. So I just put my YouTube audience on. I want to say thank you to Steve Hatchett. Yeah, thank you so much. Go. Thank you. We love you, Steve. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for caring for us. Thank you so much, my friend. And send my best regards to your wife and family. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was the end of this Forever Zoominar, weekend Zoominar, and I hope that you really took good notes. I was aware of the sound of the echo, but it is something we cannot deal with because it was probably from the room where Steve was sitting in or whatever. I'm not really sure. But I think you got it very clear. If not, you will find this Forever Vegan Seminar and this day training, as all trainings, you will find it, the link on the YouTube streaming. We already posted it in the webinar group where you can see it as many times you want, and you can share it as many times you want. This, you know, nobody here is taking money or getting paid, or there is no copyright on the specific trainings here, and it's only for sharing to the whole world, because as more people who get this information, especially with Steve as a third person who's not employed by Forever, is selling from his incredible knowledge about the industry. You might not know, but before Steve came and built up our manufacturing nutraceuticals, He was actually an owner of a company who developed products to other direct selling companies. And I'm sure he did his very best there too, because he made a lot of famous products from many of our colleagues in the industry. And then he took all the best he had and brought it to Forever, because some investor bought his manufacturing, and when the bond was over and he was free, he came to Forever, and we are so proud of that and very honored. And now he's taking devoted his life to science, to even make the world even more healthier and better, as a true legend he is in this field. So I hope you will play it over and over again, because there was so much information here that you cannot miss even one word of what Steve was telling. It is not to offend any other speakers, but this was the most powerful speak when it comes to, because it comes from outside, about why we are the best, why we are ahead of the others, why we do not have any competitors, and why you can compare our product with others. I love this white slide. There is no one. So thank everyone for watching, and thank you again, Booby. You are you are our hero. Yes, I can invite, I know all the speakers, but this cannot be done without Booby, because I do not have the time that it takes to plaster all this together and to coordinate speakers again, sending links, making the flyer, everything Booby does. I cannot thank you enough, Booby, and I know a lot of people out there in the world, they are just as thankful as me. I was also, let me just share here, yeah, 1 second. Starts here just to finalize here. Here. Many is asking me about why I'm always in these yellow or black or whatever clothes you see. I'm just saying this is my brand. This is I'm always with my Forever Living branded clothes, and you can get it from this shop, who's an authorized official Forever Living merchandise. There's about 3 of them, and here is Nick ready to take your orders. He's shipping to the whole world, so just go ahead. And it is the highest quality possible, and you can wash this endless of time. It still keeps the quality, I can guarantee, because I'm a living proof. Now on Wednesday, you have Marianne, and you have sorry, here again. You have Mariana and Mille, and they are going to talk about, again, recruiting. So you will find them on Wednesday, and you will see again the link where you can register. And we want as many as possible to join us, and where you will see all the skills they have about how to get prospect and recruit on 3-way calls, etc. And next weekend, again, we will have a fantastic Forever Weekend Zoominar. We are just putting up the agenda now. We will do a training weekend where you will get a lot of tools, especially in product trainings. We are not worried about your mindset and your spirit. We know you are on fire, and but we want to put some more knowledge into you, like we done here today as well. So thank you everyone, and have a fantastic, those of you who celebrate Easter, rest of you have a fantastic evening, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you very much.